Nearly all men can stand adversity, but if you want to test a man's character, give him power. I am a slow walker, but I never walk back. The best way to predict your future is to create it. Government of the people, by the people, for the people, shall not perish from the earth. Character is like a tree and reputation like a shadow. The shadow is what we think of it, the tree is the real thing. Give me 6 hours to chop down a tree and I will spend the first 4 sharpening the axe. Those who deny freedom to others deserve it not for themselves. When I do good, I feel good. When I do bad, I feel bad. That's my religion. The best way to destroy an enemy is to make him a friend. I will prepare and someday my chance will come. You cannot escape the responsibility of tomorrow by evading it today. Most folks are as happy as they make up their minds to be. No man has a good enough memory to be a successful liar. Always bear in mind that your own resolution to succeed is more important than any other. The ballot is stronger than the bullet. My great concern is not whether you have failed, but whether you are content with your failure. Whatever you are, be a good one. You cannot help the poor by destroying the rich. You cannot lift the wage earner by pulling down the wage payer. Those who look for the bad in people will surely find it. I destroy my enemies when I make them my friends. I don't like that man. I must get to know him better. Be sure you put your feet in the right place, then stand firm. I never had a policy. I have just tried to do my very best each and every day. No man is poor who has a godly mother. A house divided against itself cannot stand. The people will save their government, if the government itself will allow them. Don't worry when you are not recognized, but strive to be worthy of recognition. Better to remain silent and be thought a fool than to speak out and remove all doubt. To ease another's heartache is to forget one's own. If friendship is your weakest point, then you are the strongest person in the world. Discipline is choosing between what you want now and what you want most. You cannot build character and courage by taking away people's initiative and independence. You cannot strengthen the weak by weakening the strong. You cannot help men permanently by doing for them what they could and should do for themselves. Books serve to show a man that those original thoughts of his aren't very new after all. My best friend is a person who will give me a book I have not read. The better part of one's life consists of his friendships. I never tire of reading, yet never had enough time to satisfy me. All that I am, or hope to be, I owe to my angel mother. You can fool some of the people all of the time, and all of the people some of the time, but you cannot fool all of the people all of the time. I do not think much of a man who is not wiser today than he was yesterday. If you would win a man to your cause, first convince him that you are his sincere friend. The philosophy of the schoolroom in one generation will be the philosophy of government in the next. Freedom is the last, best hope of earth. I never encourage deceit and falsehood, especially in politics. A capacity and taste for reading gives access to whatever has already been discovered by others. The best thing about the future is that it comes one day at a time. Nothing valuable can be lost by taking time. I do the very best I know how, the very best I can, and I mean to keep doing so until the end. The struggle of today is not altogether for today, it is for a vast future also. I am for those means which will give the greatest good to the greatest number. My dream is of a place and a time where America will once again be seen as the last, best hope of earth. I laugh because I must not cry, that is all. We can complain because rose bushes have thorns, or rejoice because thorn bushes have roses. Those who write clearly have readers, those who write obscurely have commentators. A man watches his pear tree day after day, impatient for the ripening of the fruit. Let him attempt to force the process, and he may spoil both fruit and tree. Every man is said to have his peculiar ambition. I have no other so great as that of being truly esteemed of my fellow men. Tact is the ability to describe others as they see themselves. In the end, it's not the years in your life that count, it's the life in your years. The best way to get a bad law repealed is to enforce it strictly. No man stands taller than when he stoops to help a child. I claim not to have controlled events, but confess plainly that events have controlled me. Public sentiment is everything. With public sentiment, nothing can fail, without it, nothing can succeed. Those who deny freedom to others, deserve it not for themselves. I am not bound to win, but I am bound to be true. The dogmas of the quiet past are inadequate to the stormy present. Be sure you put your feet in the right place, then stand firm. I am not concerned that you have fallen, I am concerned that you arise. I don't think much of a man who is not wiser today than he was yesterday. The probability that we may fail in the struggle ought not to deter us from the support of a cause we believe to be just. The way to secure peace is to be prepared for war. When you reach the end of your rope, tie a knot and hang on. You have to do your own growing no matter how tall your grandfather was. Don't interfere with anything in the Constitution. That must be maintained. Important principles may and must be inflexible. When I make a vow, I am bound to be faithful. Courage is not the absence of fear, it is going forward in spite of fear. I care not for a man's religion whose dog and cat are not the better for it. There is another old poet whose name I do not now remember who said, "Truth is the daughter of time." Those who labor in the earth are the chosen people of God. Let us have faith that right makes might, and in that faith, let us, to the end, dare to do our duty as we understand it. Important principles may and must be inflexible. My politics are short and sweet, like the old woman's dance. The best way to secure a lasting peace is to prepare for war. We must disenthrall ourselves, and then we shall save our country. A drop of honey catches more flies than a gallon of gall. If we could first know where we are, and whither we are tending, we could better judge what to do, and how to do it. Labor is the superior of capital, and deserves much the higher consideration. Slavery is founded in the selfishness of man's nature, opposition to it is in his love of justice. I walk slowly, but I never walk backward. The world has never had a good definition of liberty. Let not him who is houseless pull down the house of another. It often requires more courage to dare to do right than to fear to do wrong. Those who look for the bad in people will surely find it. A capacity and taste for reading gives access to whatever has already been discovered by others. With public sentiment, nothing can fail, without it nothing can succeed. Books serve to show a man that those original thoughts of his aren't very new after all. It is not best to swap horses while crossing the river. Truth is generally the best vindication against slander. If Lincoln's words inspired you, give this video a like and hit subscribe to keep the wisdom alive.